We're all planning our vacations, but no way to go abroad this year. So the entire population of Korea and all the foreigners living in Korea, of course, are planning to spend their vacation here in South Korea. So we decided to talk about what are our best picks for like traveling in South Korea. So we let you know, just in case you're also planning to have a trip here in South Korea this year.
Yeah, and what we're going to do today is we're going to both reveal our top 5 vacation or go-to spots within Korea.
Yeah, it's so hard because there are so many beautiful places, but I just try to do my top 5. I'm also curious of what are your like top 5.
I'm really excited to hear yours because you've been in Korea for so much longer than I am.
13 years, and I love traveling. I've been almost everywhere, not everywhere, but almost. So yeah,
I'm expecting a lot from you today.
Go, man. After you. Number 5.
It's actually a city, Pohang.
Pohang?
Pohang.
Why do you like Pohang? It's like POSCO.
And that's the one side of Pohang.
Okay, so what do you like about Pohang?
Well, first of all, I have a personal connection. I have a lot of friends working for POSCO, 3 or 4.
Okay.
So I've been there a couple times. And the beachfront has like bars, like couple stories. You can have restaurants, a lot of seafood. Really, really nice. And then you go around, let's call it Kola. There's a little bit of a hill.
Yeah.
And really nice for walking, hiking a little bit. And you have all the apartment complexes where all the citizens live.
Right.
So it's a small city. I think it's around 500,000 only, the population.
Yeah, it's an industrial city, actually.
Yeah.
It's famous for POSCO,
And it fits really nicely into if you want to go visit all the other southern cities. You can just have a day stop in
you can
Pohang.
just get a train to Busan, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
So
man, interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you?
For me, number 5, it's actually 2 small villages in Gangwon-do, Yeongwol and Jeonseon. So they're very close. It's like they are like 30 minutes distance from one to the other one. And the reason why I put them together is like first of all, like Gangwon-do is very very close from Seoul. You only need like 1.5 hour, 2 hours to go to either to Jeonseon or Yeongwol.
What's the best
There are
way
2
to
villages in the middle of the mountains. So, if you want to enjoy like mountains and relaxing, chilling out, that's great. What I did, the reason why I actually go there a lot is camping. I'm actually going this weekend as well.
Family trip?
Yeah, I do a lot of. I love camping, and I love doing camping in Yeongwol and Jeonseon. First of all, because it's like just nature, no people, nothing, no traffic, nothing. And then if you like extreme sports, it's very good. You can do paragliding in Yeongwol. They have one of the best spots for paragliding in Korea, and paragliding is something that you should try, especially in Gangwon-do. They have so many mountains, and it's beautiful. And then they have this thing called the zip wire, which is like you go to the top of a mountain.
Then I know
what
which
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do the zip wire. It's great fun. And then if you don't really like extreme sports, they have like a rail bike, which is great for like families, couples. And then you can just hiking. You're in the middle of the mountains. And then the traditional markets of both cities are very nice. They sell this Tongyeong, which is like they're like how could I say, it's like kimchi pancakes, just Tongyeong.
Yeah.
And
Kimchi
the
pancakes.
pechucheon, which is like cabbage cheon. And so the food is great. I love it. I just love it.
And what's the best way to go there? Is it by car? Is it by train? Is there any bus directly going there?
You can go by bus. You can go by train. And I usually go by car. So it's very close to Seoul, actually. So if you want to relax, if it's too hot in the city and you just want to go to a very cool place, and I say it's the best. And they also have, they do also have kind of luxury hotels in the area.
Nice.
So if you don't like camping, you like fancy places, they also have fancy places. There's a place called the Park Roche, an hotel, very nice. So yeah, definitely recommend it.
All right, cool. Should we move right on?
Right, go for it, man. Number 4.
Top 4. Now you start. From this one, you start.
Okay. Number 4, I'm going for Tongyeong.
He chose completely different places than I did.
I knew that. So Tongyeong, it's a city very close to Busan, and it's actually a bit far to get there from Seoul. It takes 5 hours by car. but it's worth going it because it's just it's a city on the beach, and it's very close to an island called Kojedo, which is an island, but now it's connected to the inland by they built a new bridge and also a tunnel. So you go to Tongyeong, you enjoy seafood. They have the longest cable car in Korea. So you get this cable car, you go on the top of a mountain, and you can see so many highlands. Man, it's crazy. It's better than Hai Long Bay in Vietnam. Seriously, so many highlands. And then if you take the cable car and you are with kids, so you just want to have fun, they have a, how do you call it, luge? Luge, right? Luge. Well, in Korea it's logi.
Let's just call it logi.
Logi is these small like carts. They're like carts.
Like where you slide down?
Without an engine, yeah, you just slide down. And it's so much fun. And anyway, the view is so beautiful from the cable car. And then in Tongyeong, you can enjoy like, the seafood market right in the middle of the city. And then there's like a very old village also in the middle of the city. Then they have a village dedicated to Isunshin, which is this really famous Korean general.
Yeah.
It's so nice. So many things to learn, great food. And then you can just travel to, you can just take a boat and you can go to Kojedo. Kojedo is also a very nice island. Or Somemuldo. Somemuldo is a tiny island. It's just beautiful, man. You go there in the summer. I think it's underrated here in Korea. If that place would be in Italy, it'd be full of tourists. Seriously, it's really nice.
Do you think it's underrated among foreigners and Koreans?
Yeah, but because I think it's so close to Busan, so most of the people just if they want to like enjoy beaches, they just go to Busan or Jeju Island.
Yeah,
but I'd rather go to Kojedo and Tongyeong, which is like less people, cheaper, beautiful like landscape. I just love it.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm going exactly the different direction. I'm choosing Incheon.
No, man. Why Incheon?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why?
Incheon.
Because of the airport?
Well, I guess everybody of us has to go to the Incheon airport at some point.
Yeah.
Especially when a foreigner. Chances are really high if you don't come from Japan, China, and Taiwan, which also fly into Gimpo Airport.
Gimpo, which is very close to Incheon, anyway.
Yeah, but most people will go into Incheon Airport. But Incheon has, of course, a coastline, and there are beaches.
Right.
Even though the beaches are not that beautiful, the sand is not that white, but I still really like the atmosphere. Especially like some beaches, you can just it's more of a bay area, and if you go to the top of the bay, you have like restaurants sitting on the mountains.
Yeah.
And you can have like seafood or any kalguksu, and you're just like looking at the sea, and you like see like the fishes jumping. So it's more of a day trip, I think. It's really, really close.
Yeah, it's like less than 1 hour from Seoul, right?
Yeah. Even with it, you don't even have to take KTX or bus or anything.
Subway.
Right? You can buy Subway. So if you want to just, even though it's not a beautiful beach for 2 hours, you want to enjoy like some beachy atmosphere, some holiday atmosphere, I think this is the spot to go if you live in Seoul and you don't want to travel that far.
Wow, man, really cool. I never thought about that. I never thought, okay, let's go to the beach in Incheon.
No?
Yeah, because Incheon, it's a huge city. It's probably 2 million people, right? And I never thought of Incheon as a place. Like it's like Pohang. I never thought of Pohang as a place to
It's crazy how people
go on
here...
vacation, but you're right, actually, yeah.
But like, it's crazy how people, or especially foreigners living here in Korea, it really depends on the friend group you have, your experience, your purpose of what you're doing in Korea. You always go to like different places.
Right.
Because, and I used to study here, and we as students, we needed a day trip destination. And we just looked at the map. I was like, okay, going to Busan or the south is really, they have nice beaches, but it's way too far.
It's too far, right.
So the only option is really going to Incheon.
You're still very close to a big city, so you can just also go partying and have fancy food and stuff. Wow, man, that's cool.